Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an exciting new episode of Sofa Talks. We are your hosts,
Kim
and Ole, and we're thrilled to have you join us today. Whether you are a returning listener or tuning in for the first time, we want to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to our Sofa Talks.
And if you enjoy what you hear today and want to stay connected with our podcast and us, we invite you to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, you never miss an episode, and you'll be part of our growing community of listeners. Also, of course, feel free to share.
So, without further ado, let's dive right into today's episode of Sofa Talks with Ole and
Kim. Hi, dear friend, and nice to have you back here again. And I just want to say, first of all, happy birthday, because that was yesterday and we celebrated you. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling super duper. As you might know, birthdays have been a bit of a tricky one for me from time to time due to whatever. I think I'm maybe not the only one where birthdays and Christmas and like family holidays can be a challenging one because of past times and
trauma.
Whatever you want to call it, but I mean, I've had some lonely experiences along the way, which is, I've learned from them, but they're not very pleasant. And so I know the last maybe four years ago or something like that, before my birthday, or 5-6 years ago, I started seeing that like a day before everything was going fine, like then the day before my birthday, suddenly I started getting really sad. And like it was like this black wave that just came and took over, and I had no control. I think one birthday I just said, please leave me alone, and I was in a dark room for the whole day. Is that true?
That was so boring. Yeah, you were crying even.
I did not.
What do you mean you
Sweetheart,
did?
I can hardly cry except at really lousy movies.
Tears were rolling down your cheeks, so I call that crying.
Let me say I did not enjoy that day. It was a really sad day. Yeah. And I felt really alone and unloved and a failure with everything, and so since then I've been sort of like becoming aware of that. My birthday is getting closer, and then to see, is there a wave coming this year as well? Last year and the year before I handled it pretty good, and I had really nice birthdays, thanks to you as well. And so this year was like, whoa, here it comes again. I started feeling, whoa, not good. So I started really trying to become aware of what is going on here, because it felt in my body there was this like emotional wave that was coming. But I'm becoming more and more aware of that there's a thought first that activates the feeling. So I started to nip it in the bud and turn it around, and
then we went shooting some guns.
Wait a second. No, because first, also the night before, I took a drink, one drink, just like, and it was so interesting because as soon as
drink of alcohol.
Yeah, drink of alcohol. Yeah.
Just to clarify.
Thank you. And it was so interesting because I was fine. Alcohol entered into my body system, and suddenly these feelings were starting to come, and I was like, whoa, check that one. Here is something that there it is. So I really sort of like, whoa, that's a wave I wasn't prepared for. So very interesting to watch the influence.
The alcohol triggered it.
Because I don't have a problem with alcohol at all. I mean, I more or less never drink, but when I do, boom, in this came. And I mean, in some languages, alcohol is called spiritus or spirits. And I think it's in on that level that it enters. And
but not in a nice way, though.
No, in whatever way to control me, get emotional, whatever. So I became aware of that one. And then I woke up on the morning of my birthday at 4 a.m. And you were like, oh, please don't go. I just because it was really cozy to be in, and it was so early. But I went down to the beach and I sat there and watched the waves, and just sort of like checked out myself. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good here. Surfing, there's some waves coming, but not bad. And then I went back home, slept for an hour or two at around 5, then went back at dawn, watched the sun come up. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. And I'm just like, where do we live? How beautiful is this? And then I took my girls to a very special, very loud place, which was...
shooting range. Go into this place. It's just around the corner from where we live, actually.
It's like,
and it's downstairs. It's a big shooting, and you
what
wanted us
I
to
wanted
experience.
you to have the experience of firing a gun.
And a sniper and a shotgun.
Yeah, that's part of the
Bloody
package
hell.
deal. That was part of the package deal. But to just get an understanding of
The power
of a weapon,
Yeah.
which can be used for something very not good. But just to understand it, it's like a one in a lifetime experience. You don't have to fire a shotgun ever. You know now, boom, oh my God. Yeah, and
my cheek is hurting today.
so I wanted to give that experience to me girls, and you did, and the faces, my God.
Oh, we got some funny videos. No, because the first one, Emmylou took this, what was it,
Glock 9mm,
pistol?
yeah.
Yeah, and I was standing just a meter from her, filming her when she did the first shot. Little did I know, because I'd never been that close. Little did I know that it was so loud, and we got these big like builders' head things to protect our ears, but I hadn't put them on yet, and I didn't think. And she fired this. It was so loud. I was like, my ears were.
Oh God, your face was the devil.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, no, and that was fun to try, and then we did another the sniper rifle. That was the one that hurt my cheek. He was just like, oh, put your cheek here, and then I fired and boom. I think I'm gonna go a little bit blue, actually. If somebody asks, I'm gonna go, I just did the sniper rifle, you know.
I thought you were gonna blame me. Yeah,
I'm a sniper.
And then straight from
fun.
that, in the same sort of feeling and atmosphere of my birthday, we went to the beach, and what did we do there?
We released 3 baby turtles. Yay. They have a turtle conservatory or rescue, where they, if any turtles here, they can live over 150 years old, and we've seen so many snorkeling around the islands, and they're the second favorite animal in the sea for me, after dolphins, of course. But to take them, you pay a little bit, and you get them in one of these little plastic mugs or bowls, and then you just walk down like 50 meters and release them in the sea. And they're so cute. They were so cute. And it was such a freeing feeling to let them go and feel like, hope you actually live to become 150 years.
For sure.
So yeah, we did that.
So we named them. One was called Arjuna, and one was called Kamala.
Yeah.
And Emmylou didn't name her little turtle, but and she put her turtle first down on the beach, like 20 centimeters from the water, and it was just lying there. It never seen or felt real ground. I think it's been in the water since it was born. It was just like, what am I supposed to do here? It was just lying there, like. And we said, please, give it a little help. So she put it a little bit closer and put some water, and suddenly, whoa, I'm out here. And then we put your dragster turtle.
Oh, that
my
one was
God,
on
he was
fire.
Strong. Beautiful, beautiful shell.
It was a girl.
Yeah, right.
Of course it was.
Well, and there you go. So who knows? Who knows? By the way, listen to Kim and Emmylou's podcast, the Who Knows podcast. Anyway, and then I put Kamala in, and she went straight in, and it was so amazing to see them take the first out into this ocean. I mean, how big is that when you compare it to the tank where they were raised? Because they were like 7,
maybe
8.
a decimeter.
Yeah, hardly.
If that.
If that. And then to see them sort of like, wow, I'm in a whole new element where I think humanity is coming soon. And it's sort of like she was going in the surface and then she dived down, and the way she was just under the water, like, whoa. And then she came
Gorgeous.
up, tiny little head sticking up like, hello, I'm back. Having a breath and then back under, and then we saw them just disappear further and further out, these tiny little heads appearing, and then
coming
boom.
up breathing.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah, so basically you had a beautiful birthday.
And
So,
then we went to have. We were invited for birthday lunch, and so I picked the wrong hotel. We made a wrong. And instead of meeting the guy we were supposed to meet, I met with a friend that I've been trying to meet up with for a year. How strange is that? And no, it was just like that. And by the way, the turtle guy that was taking care of the turtles, we had the birthday on the same day.
True.
What are the chances?
Yeah.
It was just like a boom, boom, boom.
Fun
beautiful day.
Just a little side note, if you hear some banging and stuff in the background, we are renovating again. So they're kind of, but I don't know if the mic will pick it up, but maybe that's a little
We're
bit.
renovating our renovated house.
Yeah.
Because it turned out to not be so well done.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be. This is the last one now, I think.
Hopefully.
So yeah, one more year.
One more year.
Feeling good.
Feeling good.
And what a year is going to be.
Whoa,
Wow. The synchronicities at the moment, especially with our big project, Emmylou. Our haven for light-minded friends. It's so amazing. And we have realized that the interest we have around the world as well is more than we thought, maybe. So we have decided also, because we believe in numerology and all that, we are building 22 houses. So that feels really good. And it's exciting how people pop up when you're excited. And also I'm super grateful that we are allowed to do this in this country, that we're welcome, that we can work together with the locals, that it's just, it feels so far, it's a win-win. There's a lot of work to be done, of course, but it feels really amazing. I'm super grateful.
Yep. And also the people that have just popped up.
Yeah.
I mean, if we had gone looking for them, it would have
been
taken
like,
years. And
no,
here
and
we are,
also
like
how
Monday, boom.
Yeah.
Tuesday, okay, that's a bit slow. So Wednesday, boom, another one.
Yeah.
We didn't even see that one coming. Oh my God, are we allowed to do that? What are you saying? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, no, you can't find anything there. Yes, you can suddenly the next day.
Yeah.
There's this and this and this. It's sort of like really interesting.
Yeah.
So what I feel is that we are just part of something much bigger than us.
Yes.
That we're being guided, that we are, our main task is to keep the vision, because other interest and dreams
We
will
already
come.
see and feel that, right?
Yeah, we can feel it right away. People say, oh, it's exactly what I've been dreaming about. And then they start sort of like interfering energies, and it's not interfering, but trying
do
to
it like
mix
this
it.
or do it like that. We're like, no.
It's so not happening.
No. Well, if you do a community
No.
like this, no. We don't want to build a community. We're building a neighborhood of like-minded friends with amazing facilities, to
and
simplify
amazing
it.
people.
Yeah.
And so it's not a matter of quantity, but quality.
Yeah.
And also be really, really careful. It's like a newborn baby. You wouldn't put it down in a back street somewhere and just leave it on its own. You would take good care of it, and we will. I also feel it's really interesting for me because I used to very easily attach to something. If a door opened, suddenly my energy from being sort of a magnet, I became sort of thirsting for the result or the outcome. And then my energy changed to be like a repeller, more or less, and I started pushing away and got attached to it. And suddenly I got really stressed, and there was no fun anymore, and tired. And here I'm really trying to become aware of my mind, so that, I step back And then, yep, balance, here it comes, do not attach, and then, so it's an interesting trip.
Yeah, I'm not, I have an energy around this, and because we've been having this vision and dream for so many years, but I don't feel attached in that way, because it's just a beautiful flow that it's in it. But if life would take a completely different turn and say, you know, I don't know, we're being deported for some reason, or I'm like, okay, you know, I don't know what it is, but after COVID, I'm really not so attached anymore to anything, because I trust more, and I'm super, super grateful. And that's my biggest tool, being grateful. Because, I mean, the life that we have today and what we're looking forward to is just, it's fantastic.
And the steps towards it will be fantastic as well, because it's sort of this, to keep the energy, that is the one, we keep that energy flowing, boom, this is going to be magnificent. And like you say, and then maybe life says tomorrow, no, go left, go to your main task in life is to take care about elephants in Sri Lanka. Maybe that would be it. But this, as long as we feel we're on the right track wherever that is taking us, then we just continue. I told you this morning, wow, what a life we're living. And how did we get here? It's but I think that is many, many years of taking steps with the right intention, with faith, not knowing where we were going, but just all of these steps has led us here. And
then we stumble, and then we get up, and then we
stumble, and then we get up.
About stumble. As I haven't been drinking for, a month and 3 weeks, because I said I wasn't going to drink until your birthday. And then yesterday, I feel tired today, because I probably had 3 glasses of wine yesterday. And I'm not doing that. I just feel, I need my strength and clarity now, especially with this beautiful Emmylou project that we have. So it was nice, but I'm like, I think I've drunk enough in my life, actually. I've done the quotes, so now the body and the mind and my soul is like, you've done that, you've been there.
You did well, you filled the quotes.
I've done it. I think
But I asked you, because you had been without wine for a month or 6 weeks or whatever. So when you took
3 weeks,
like whatever, for people where this is not important, it's not important. Anyway, so I asked you, when you took the sip of the wine, how did it? Because very often, at least for me, I'm like, oh, this. But then when I get it, it's like, it wasn't really what my dreams or my vision was.
No, I love the taste.
You did, yeah. Exactly. So maybe you should become a wine tester.
Sommelier.
A sommelier, just test and spit it out.
No, I think it's not important. It just, it feels like it's slowly leaving me more and more, which the meat did. It left me, and then it's a time in life, I think, for me to just be more clear and clean.
And what I think is that, I mean, now when suddenly it's very apparent that we have a psychic daughter, the thing that we have not really understood. When she was a child, at least I did not understand her world. She was talking about some parts of it. And now it's just taking off in an incredible way. In many ways, thanks to our beautiful friend Mark Bayeski, who's helped to introduce her to his audience, and boom, off she took. So
we can put the link. Sorry, we can put the link to that interview he did with. I was there as well, but it was mostly Emmylou. If you're interested.
Yeah, I thought it was really beautiful to see how you left space for her.
It was for her.
But it was beautiful, and so were both of you. I thought I was so proud. Anyway, so with that taking off, I've heard people say about you that you have had these abilities, healing abilities, and you've just shaken it off and said no, and yeah, it's a good no. They're just really warm, and people. I remember one woman, I think it was in Spain, in a yoga shala. She was sitting like behind you and to the right, and she came forward to you and said, "Are you a healer? I could really feel the power around you." And you were like, what? You've never really taken it serious.
No,
and I always felt that you have used wine and whatever to suppress something, to push something down, because you have preferred to be in the background, not take a step forward and really be responsible. And I've always said, you are a dragster. You are a top fuel that is just like not being used properly yet. And I think you're stepping into it now.
Maybe.
I see with your paintings that are
Maybe.
just like from nothing to suddenly like, whoa, what just happened there? I can just hear this V8 engine just vroom, vroom, getting started. And now, maybe this, you were given these words in a dream, a very powerful dream, strength and clarity. These two words combined with you, oh my God.
Yeah, thank you, darling. I think we all need strength and clarity. It's just we get there in different roads and different ways, and but yeah, I've always had substances, like you and I, we call them external power, whether they be coffee or a glass of wine or a spliff, or these external powers that are fun for a moment, and it's all good and flowery then, but and then
follows by a hangover of
well,
some kind.
yeah. I mean, today I'm not 100% clear today, and I've been working out this morning, and I just felt a little bit murky. It's not that lake of calm water in my mind. And also, it's so freeing to not have nonsense in my mind anymore. God, sometimes I just feel really slow, though. Do you remember when we? No, I mean this in the. I'm not being nasty to myself in that way, but sometimes I just feel like, God, when I look at Emmylou, where she is being 18, and when I was 18.
Are you kidding me?
It's different. I mean,
it's a different universe.
Jesus. I know we didn't have internet and we didn't have the entire world's information in our hand, but it's just different completely. And I feel when we met Nelenergy, I was 39.
Oh, a spiritual teacher.
Yes. And I thought if I would have met her when I was 18 or even younger, stuff has come in late in my life, I feel, or I have realized, or I have just been lazy.
We brought Emmylou when she was 6 months old.
That's what I mean. She's had her, and I'm not saying she's been luckier in that way, because
Sure.
I've lived my life in a completely different way, and I had different experiences. I'm just saying sometimes when, for example, I'm known for so many years that having my 2 or 3 glasses of wine every day doesn't make my mind clear, and it also eats up brain cells and like that. But it's like Swami Satchidananda Ji says in one of his books, and Nalini talks about this as well. It's like when you're holding a pot and you're burning your hand, but you're holding on to it anyway. And you just keep holding on to it. But one day it turns so bloody hot, so you need to let it go. And when you let it go, it's done. It's done. But I've been holding on to that pot for so long. That's why I think, fuck, why am I so... It's the ego as well. And why I mean, people are... I see it. I mean, it's not only me. I'm talking about mostly in general. Why... it's anything, overeating, drinking, not working. It's all that as well. It's
but
messed up sometimes.
I always thought that you had some kind of shadow hanging over you, that something had something happened when you were a child, something you're avoiding to look at, something, and you said, but there's nothing, I don't have this. But you said there was a shadow as well, that there's something, and I think this is it. This is the power that you're just like, oh my God, if I step into this one, I have to be responsible. I can't duck and dive and say cheers and let's partay.
Yeah.
You know, I really have to like take on the cape and do what comes with that role. And I think you have avoided it.
I don't want to be responsible.
You avoided it for a long time.
My little ego is going, stop.
Stop it. No. Get hold of her, you know, drag her down, keep her down, don't go. No.
I remember when we started reading Louise Hay when we moved to Mallorca. I remember we had her book, You Can Heal Your Life, which is amazing, by the way. I think it's been translated into more than 30 languages. So we had that. This is long before we started meditating and meeting Nalini Ji, our teacher. But we stepped into that book, and then we had some VCR tapes, or what are they called? Yeah, VHS video cassettes of some teachers as well, and then internet came, and Wayne Dyer, and all, you know, so many teachers, and all of them were so clean. They were so clean, and I thought, that's never gonna happen to me. You know, I'm always gonna be a meat eater. I'm always gonna have a glass of wine now and again. That's what you know, and that's been happening. So I just what brought it up now is that I feel I'm a little bit slow sometimes.
It is what it is.
I know.
I mean, other people are 93 on their deathbed and suddenly they get it.
They realize.
So I think you're doing incredibly.
Thank you, darling.
So what about tobacco?
Well, I'm never going to start tobacco.
Can you handle it?
Yeah, that's just disgusting and stupid. Because nothing happens. You don't get high. You don't get. You don't.
But you always said you thought it was so funny. Oh,
it is
so
fun.
much fun to smoke.
No, it is fun, and I like the process of rolling. You know, rolling because I roll my tobacco.
Rolling.
But no, that I don't think will happen. Or if I get. I don't know, if I'm 90 and just, fuck it, now I'm going to do everything because I'm close anyway. No, but I think I want to be clear then because then I'm preparing for dying like I am kind of a little bit every day.
But I feel, when people say cigarettes, it's just like comparing, I mean, like a tiny little toy gun to a shotgun. You know, like what if it's natural tobacco from the mountains up here, and then you compare to like what's
Marlboro. Oh my God,
that is so spiced with all kinds of arsenic and all really heavy drugs,
heavy duty
to get
poison.
to get you hooked.
Yeah, no, I don't think it. No, that's I don't know. That's done.
Well, I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Somebody once said kissing a smoker is like licking an ashtray. Very romantic.
Ew, that's disgusting.
Sorry out there, but it's true.
Not many people smoke these days, though, in our...
No, it's incredible how it's changed.
Yeah. But I see here, though, I think it's got to do as well with education and class, because here in the third world, in Indonesia, a lot of people smoke. Still. And in Spain, they smoke a lot in Spain as well. I
also think there's a whole different game going on in the background in the world balance, and that they knocked out the tobacco giants, that there was a different ball game going on when they were taken down, because it's the only industry that has been forced into showing all of these horrific images and stuff like that, and smoking will kill you and whatever. I mean, that should be on every gin bottle and whiskey and all of these type of things as well, but it's not. It's
too much money. Listen, I want to ask you a question that Emmylou loves to
ask. Fire away!
You can just, you can take one. Because Emmylou can't, our daughter, she doesn't like to have small talk. She likes to dig deep all the time. So when she meets new people, she goes like, oh, what happens after death? Or she just throws one out there. But her favorite is, what is your biggest belief?
My biggest belief is that love is and conquers all.
Okay, do you want to elaborate?
No.
Okay.
That's it.
Anything else?
No, I'm good with that.
I thought you were going to bring up some really amazing fundamental ones that...
Is there anything more fundamental than that, I ask you?
No, but you can share some more of your personal ones, maybe. I was fishing for that, but...
Well, keep fishing. Tell me what you want, and I'll see if I can find something. And then there was silence. No, but this is, for me, the ultimate truth. That whatever the problem is, love is the answer. It's the highest frequency, and a higher frequency will annul a lower frequency. So it's just a matter of whatever. Once
that
you start,
is scientifically proven, by the way.
If you see it in a laboratory, a lower frequency will just be annulled by a higher frequency. And so there was this bearded guy a few thousand years ago who said, oh my God, I think I found a shortcut. If that is true, why don't you just go for the ultimate one at all times? Love, which is higher than the frequency of thought. And it's the absolute highest, not love equals lust, but love equals the incredible power of love. And so he said, well, why don't you just, whatever the problem is, meet it with a higher frequency, meet it with love. And then we nailed him to a door and said, thank you. So it's taken us a couple of thousand years more to think maybe he was onto something. And I think he was.
Yeah, there's a few others that...
For sure, they're saying the same thing though. Was that elaborate enough for you?
Yeah. And I think the
Are
most
you enlightened
difficult... Yeah, I feel so enlightened. No, and I think the most difficult with love is to truly love and accept oneself. That's the hardest one, which is really stupid if we think about it. A child, they just love themselves. They're free in their body. I love watching toddlers. They're my favorite age of the small one. They just are.
And look at a cat. I mean, they're masters.
Yeah.
They really... I mean, especially a cool cat.
A cool cat?
Yeah, but I mean, you can have a terrified cat
Yeah.
that has been messed up by life. That's not what I'm talking about. But when you see somebody like our cats here, fluffy ones lying upside down, you know, belly up, and just like, you may cherish me because I'm worth it. There's no question mark. It's I am what I am. That's what they are showing to the world.
So any other big beliefs that comes to mind?
Regarding?
Any other big beliefs that you have that is like fundamentally true to you? I'm intrigued.
Okay.
Feel the pressure.
That thoughts are only thoughts. Doesn't mean they're true. Just because they're there. They come and go. And you filter them. So just because you think it doesn't make it true. Just because you see something and you interpret it through your filter doesn't make it true. So truth is beyond that.
That's interesting because you're actually working. I mean, you're a digger and a truther in the field of work that you do.
Yeah.
And
maybe that's why it's so important to me to find what is the truth here. What is just words? Very often the words and the actions don't match up.
But it's very, very rarely, though, that you can be 100 or 1,000% this is truth.
And what does that even mean? I mean, we live in an illusion, we live in a matrix, so what is true is true. For sure, but on certain levels, there are such a thing as truth. It's like people say, well, you got your truth and I've got my truth. Well, in my area, It's like if somebody pulls the trigger and somebody ends up dead, somebody actually pulled the trigger. The truth is, whoever did it, you know. And so that is for me to find out what actually happened there and there and there and there and there, one after the other. So I can sort of, and then put together the bigger picture to become a true picture. It's not easy, I tell you that.
No, I know.
And I'm a super nerd and a Rain Man in this area. For some reason, this meat suit is just jacked up for this area. As you know, there are other areas of life that I'm not so good in. I'm sort of somehow lacking in the kitchen is one area that is not my forte. Oh, I don't even know what that means.
That's true. We laugh about you. Ole, I think, is the only person I ever met that burns spaghetti.
Yay, baby.
I come home one day and the whole house, this is in Spain, the whole house is like, God, it smells like burnt. So he puts spaghetti on and forgets about it. So he forgets about it so long that the entire pot of water has boiled down and there's spaghetti lying at the bottom of the pan that is just fried into. We had to throw away the pot.
Mate, that's how I like spaghetti.
So
I don't like it al dente. I like it slightly burnt.
Like fried without... No. Thank God you're good in other areas.
I think this is why I'm not good in the kitchen, because my mind is so involved in stuff, so I'm not really I can't keep my mind.
You have to be in the kitchen too.
Yeah, I cannot.
Though there's no interest. I think that's the way as well.
Zero.
There's no interest. You haven't got the palate for it, actually.
True.
You like kind of baby food. Taking you to a fancy restaurant is just, like you say, waste of money, and it is. You don't appreciate it.
I don't know about baby food. I haven't tasted a lot of it.
No, but you know what I mean. The baby
Farmer
taste.
Brown type of basic,
wholesome soul.
Some of it are some of the best food.
I mean, every birthday.
I'm a meat and potato man.
Well, meat and spaghetti man, I would say. Meatballs and spaghetti. That's always for your birthday.
And the reason for that is because it's connected to my childhood, and that was the happiness, you know, to be able to choose on my birthday, what do I want? And I was like, oh my God, Danish red sausages were the ones. And then special Danish frikadeller. My dad was amazing in the kitchen, and oh my God.
It's so sad you didn't get that from him.
Well, what can I say?
Because your mom was awful.
She was awful. Awful.
So you got that from her. That was sad.
And I remember one time when I'd helped these people out from Iran. They were in Sweden, and my mom invited us for dinner for the first time ever. And I mean, she never cooked. And this time she served calf tongue.
Cow tongue? Was it
cow tongue? I mean,
if you can't cook, maybe not.
Let's
go on an adventure.
Let's
and
find
do,
a recipe.
How can we do cow tongue?
Have you ever had it?
Oh, that's just disgusting. I never even tried tongue in my entire life.
Awful. And these poor guys from Iran thought, is this some kind of specialty? I was like,
Swedish or Danish?
No idea. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. Have you ever had it served?
I haven't even seen it in a cookbook.
Sometimes my family is a mystery to me.
I'm happy that you're good at other stuff, because the kitchen department is not your forte. So let's finish off with another question, which is completely other than, but Emmylou asked me this as well, and I thought, wow, she's on a roll. Do you believe in the death sentence?
And so there was silence. This is a tricky one.
Is it?
Yep.
Is it yes or a no? You don't elaborate. It's just yes or a no.
No, I have to say why.
Okay.
I would say that I do it.
I do.
When it's psychopath, child abusing, murderous individuals that have been taken over by very dark forces, it's like put them down. Because when you interview them, I mean, I have friends in like Karin Hutzebat, who's been face to face with these type of individuals, and they say, we love it. It's our thing. We will play that we've been healed, but once we get out there, we'll just continue. Individuals like that, I say, really, you're not really welcome here. You behave and leave the kids away, leave the kids alone, or these individuals.
Yeah, I don't agree, you see.
Yeah, but I know, and I used to be the pink and fluffy version as well, but when you
It's not pink and fluffy. Put them away for the rest of their life, but do not, because I don't believe that anybody has the right to kill another person.
No, I
don't.
No.
And who's going to decide that? What system?
Yeah, okay.
If, I don't.
I can
but
completely
put them
agree
away,
with it.
lock them up, and throw away the key, basically. But to kill,
But
I don't think.
Where does that happen? It happens in the States, but that's about it. Lifetime
I don't know.
is like out after 12 years or 8 years, and
Yeah.
then they continue.
Yeah, well.
And it's sort of like...
Yeah, but the whole justice system is fucked up in the entire world, I think. But yeah, I don't believe in killing other people, basically. But I see where you're coming from, and if
you got
completely...
a vicious dog, that is, even if you brought like dog whisperers and all of these things, and they just say, that dog is beyond help.
Yeah, it's sick.
So what do you do with that dog?
But it's a dog, it's not a human being.
And now you are the one ducking and diving here. So
no, I'm not.
So
it's
kill the dog, but not the man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so...
It's not the same, darling. It's not the same.
According to God, life is life, and...
Yeah, well, I'm not God, am I?
Okay, so if it was a cow, a mad cow...
It's not the same. It's not the same.
You would put down
It's not the same. A mad cow. What, a mad cow that's walking around biting people? Or what? It's like...
it's a tricky one.
But I know we've been having this talk before, and I find it interesting because it's bringing up certain things within us that is like, yes, this person is absolutely beyond help.
Yeah.
There's no psychology or drug or nothing that can save this person's evil mind. But having that said, I still don't believe that we as human beings should be allowed to kill each other because of that. Because yes, put that person away and throw away the key, that's fine. Or even, if possible, put them on another planet. I was actually reading a book about that, which they did. They put these people that were nasty on another planet.
That's what they did with Australia. That's what they did with Australia.
Yeah, look how that went for the Aborigines. Yeah, but anyway, I find it interesting. So what do you think, guys listening? Do you believe in the death sentence, or shall we leave it at that today?
No,
what an uplifting topic.
I asked Melanie, our spiritual teacher, that exact question. And if I don't misremember or whatever, yeah, you're shaking your head. No. I am almost 100% sure that she backed death sentence.
I will ask her.
Very
I'll see
specific
her in September.
cases. Please do.
Yeah.
Because it would be a help for me to know how she argues. But because I remember being like, what? But she's done that several times with me when I thought that I know how she thinks, and then it's sort of like, no. Because she's way ahead. And but I'm just like, I've seen so many times like these like child molesters, the exact type of people I'm talking about that targets kids, and then they're locked away for like 38 years or something, and they're behaving perfectly, and they're in the choir, and they're in the prison church, and they're all of this, and then they get released, and within 6 months they kill another child. Is that okay?
Of course not. I'm
well,
not saying that.
In that case, it's forever locked in.
Of course, yes.
Because they have used their right to live freely.
Yes.
I mean, if that's possible, even better.
Of course, it's possible. If we live in a society that is actually with a justice
but I also
system
say
that works.
Several of them that I've heard interviews with have said, "Please kill me, because I can't control this. I should not be here. Kill me. No, we're not going to do it. We're going to make you suffer forever." And
yeah. Anyway, on that high note, we need to love you and leave you.
What if I don't stop talking?
Well, you carry on then, and I go.
Baby.
Yeah. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. And
I would love to hear your thoughts.
Yep.
And if I comment, because I thought I was going to explain, if Ole is logged into our YouTube account so you see his with the logo of us, but if I comment or reply, it's Emmylou's and I's channel, so it's like a Turkish logo with who knows. So that's me, Kim.
Turkish?
Not
turquoise.
Turquoise. Turkish.
I was like,
turquoise.
what?
Yeah, color turquoise, not Turkish country. Anyway, lots of love from us in Bali.
Lots of love.
Bye-bye.